Peace, 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 peace. This is Chocolate Amun Ra. How y'all doing? How you feeling this morning? I want to put a small little short video, and it could be 1 or 2 parts. I hope there's only 1 part, but basically we need to start to discuss about medical and talk about doctors, where we are making a serious problem dealing with the doctors. Before I get into it, let's go pay all due respects to the Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amun. All right. Listen here. Please listen. Dealing with our financially stats, dealing with the pharmacy, dealing with our doctors, dealing with the doctors that we go to who we don't even know. Okay, some of you know your doctors, and some of you have personal doctors. Now, the question is, did you choose your personal doctor, or did they choose your personal doctors for you? And your doctors that you go to talk to you. They got to be humble and kind, and they got to treat you in your mind with respect. Here we go. I'm 50 years old. And what I'm about to tell you is this. Anybody, not even between, when you were a child, when you fell ill, you hurt yourself, injured yourself in any kind of way, was the first thing in your mind going to the doctors? Or was the first thing in your mind was, I got to go see my mother, I got to run to my father, my grandmother, whoever was taking care of you? In your mind, it was never about going to the doctors. It was never. It was never on your mind. Your mother or your father or your grandmother, whoever was your parent at that point in time, took care of you, was your doctor. It wasn't even on your mind for you to go to the doctors. You know it and I know it. Let's make it clear. Now I'm going to tell you my little story. I used to get sick a lot when I was younger. And the reason why I used to get sick a lot, because my mother says, put your hat on your head and put your scarf around your neck when you go outside, especially in the wintertime. At the time, my hair used to be nice and wavy. You know what I'm saying? So I put a stock cap, my hair is nice and wavy. So I always like to show off. So I would at that time, I was just a kid. So I would take my hat off. And people go, oh, you got nice hair and all this other stuff. And next you know, at the end of the day, your throat is sore. So my mother says, oh, you sick now. That means you took your hat off your head. Just give me this illustration real quick. So my mother didn't take us to the doctors. My father didn't take us to the doctors. My mother had lemon, honey, cod liver oil, and there was this stuff called Farmer John. I don't know what the hell it was, right? And my mother had chicken noodle soup. And I would throw up and all this other stuff, couldn't hold nothing down. So my mother would constantly feed me chicken noodle soup. And I had to drink tea a lot. And then gradually, I started getting better. Now, if the situation got too severe, like if the temperature was like 101, 102, or 103, which it did happen, she would take us to the doctor. Now, when we went to the doctor, it wasn't all these pills that we possess now. No. They would give us this red little pill, okay, and a white little pill. I don't remember, was it, because Tylenol been around for a while, but I don't remember what, it was like an aspirin, that's what it was, an aspirin. So it was a red little pill and an aspirin. I think the red little pill might have been antibiotics, right? Took the pill, but guess what? I was still sick. Even though I had the pill, but it was supposed to basically bring the temperature down. Now, the temperature still rides between 99 and 101. Okay, up and down. Still it did that. But gradually, my mother, she would take lemons, break them up, put the lemons in the cup with the tea, drink it with honey. Like what's in here? What's in here? This is ginger. So that one time you go to the doctor, that was it. Well, no going back and forth with the doctors like the way I do now. Well, the reason why I say that is that gradually your body recovered. My body recovered. And I was doing it all my life. And then I started getting around other people always talking about, you need to go to the doctors, you're sick. You need to go to the doctors, you're sick. Not only did you start doing this here. You started going to these pharmaceuticals. Dwayne Reed. At the time, Dwayne Reed was more famous. Dwayne Reed, but before Dwayne Reed, they was called pharmaceuticals. Okay, you go to these stores. A lot of times, you get the pharmaceuticals from the views in the hospital or the clinic, and they give you a sheet that tells you about the medicine, and you go there and you can buy over-the-counter medicine. And then, of course, Dwayne Reed got big, and so on and so forth with all these CVS and all these pharmaceuticals now. They're all over the place, right? Okay, now, pay attention. Gave you that little insight. You never chose your doctor. You never chose your doctor. Listen to me what I'm telling you. You never chose your doctor. They always chose the doctor for you. Let me ask you, how many times have you seen a black doctor? A black doctor was your private doctor. Have you ever had your own black private doctor? Now you'll see black nurses, right? We all know that. So when you see a black nurse, you feel safe. Oh, there's a black nurse, okay. But that black nurse was what? Jamaican, Haitian, from a different, what? Not here in New York, different country. They come here, and they got their nurse degree, if you will, or assistants to the nurse. Right? Where's your black doctors at? Where can we go to our black doctors and communicate with our black doctors? Now, they will assign you, and I want you to pay attention. They will assign you a doctor. If it was an Asian person to come up, pay attention to me, please. An Asian person comes up, and they're going to go, oh, I'm going to assign you a doctor. Tell me where you live at. Well, I live in Manhattan. Well, I got 3 to 4 doctors you can go to in Manhattan if you choose to. You're not thinking right away. So you go to these 3 doctors, and guess what? They're all Asian doctors. You don't realize that Asian person who's supposed to give you instructions on where to go, she's not going to give you a black doctor. Nah. You didn't request it. You didn't say, I want a black doctor. You just believe in your mind, doctors, they're going to help you. Here come the financial part of this. They're going to assign you to an Asian doctor so that money stays in the Asian community, the Asian family, your insurance, your money, your welfare money, whatever you want, that you got some kind of insurance or you paying out of pocket, goes to them. This ain't nothing new. The question is, are we listening? Are we trying to understand? That's the question. Period. Why your money is not going to a black doctor? And why we're not going to black doctors? Pay attention. The reason why I'm saying this is because this happened to me. So I'm bringing it to the light. This is part 1. I break the rest of it on part 2. See you in part 2.